Today we're going to answer the question, is the IWI Carmel the same as the Tavor X95 just unbullpupped? This is an actual question from a viewer that I got on a YouTube short that I made, and I figured since we're going to be taking the Carmel apart to clean it and maintain it, we might as well look at it next to the Tavor X95 and see if it's the same or if it's different. Real quick before we dive in, these are YouTube's rules. YouTube, it's expressly written in your rules that disassembly and assembly for the purpose of maintenance is okay. And that's what we're doing here today. Got my bore snake, got my cleaner. We're gonna be cleaning and maintaining this gun. So first, let's look at a size comparison. I have it up against an ammo can, so the muzzles are in the exact same space, and these are both 16-inch rifles. And so you can see, like with the stock extended, not so much, but with the stock folded, they kind of take up similar space. Magazine well is pretty much in the same space, obviously, because 16-inch barrel, but you can see that the trigger pack and grip are in the rear on the Carmel and in the front on the Tavor. But let's get them disassembled for maintenance and see what they look like. By the way, we've got these new sticker packs up on the website. We've got the Prep and Press sticker, the Perfect Double sticker with your little D-zone hit down here, and then it comes with a Born to 3-gun sticker as well. And I think I still have some of these guys left that I'll just throw in as a bonus, so you can check them out. So I've got a link in the description if you want to buy a set. And we also have t-shirts as well and more merch coming. And if you do buy one, definitely appreciate it. So I know most of you here are here for the Carmel, so we went ahead and took the X95 apart off camera, and we will be cleaning that, but I'm going to, one, show you that the Carmel is clear here, and then we're going to take it apart. So the first thing we're going to do is fold the stock, and then we're going to put some pressure on this plate right here and pull out this tab. And that tab has some pins that go all the way through, and they're retaining pins, and you can tell we just hit a detent, and now it just pulls out. And this is the whole operating system. So you got your bolt and carrier, op rod thingy, recoil, springs, etc. You're already seeing it doesn't look exactly like the X95. There are a couple similarities that we'll go over here in just a moment. So next, put the stock back in the, guess can't do that with that in the way. There we go. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to take this bad boy down with one pin. Pull it out the other side. And now the lower comes off, just tilts right out. And that is the lower receiver. Obviously magazine release, safety, trigger group in here. And that is what the trigger pack looks like. Next, you can take the gas piston out of the front and the regulator. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the handguard off here because we want to see what the insides look like. And then we're going to do that. So real quick, 3mm screw, pulling that bad boy out of there. And this thing should just pull right out. And it does. Awesome. So there's your handguard. Looks like I didn't quite have my M-lock. Didn't quite have the M-lock in there properly. That's the fun of using tension for operation of a screw, and you're not supposed to do that. So it's a good thing that we have this apart again for maintenance purposes, because we found a problem that we can fix, and we can save ourselves some trouble later. All right. So again, this is the handguard completely disassembled, or I guess removed from the rifle. Pretty cool extrusion action here, M-lock action, countersunk for the screws, Picatinny on top, which is cool. It looks like, yep, has a little keyway on the bottom of this Picatinny here for it to slide in, which is pretty awesome. Barrel, ooh, we can see the barrel now. We got the chamber up here. This is pretty cool. So it's just a constant taper, or excuse me, a constant width. So yeah, just under 60 thou, so, or excuse me, 6/10, so 580 is the thickness there. Yep, same there. And then it's a little bit thicker where this gas port is, but not much. Nah, it's like 50 thou there. Not much. So this is how the barrel attaches. Pretty exciting. 2 screws here, locator pin. I wonder what that does. That looks important. Handguard retainer thing. So I'm guessing the bottom part of the handguard doesn't need to come completely out to remove the handguard. So the receiver here is aluminum. Steel there. Aluminum here, I'm guessing. Yep. Interesting. So the bolt carrier and operating system ride on like aluminum rails inside of this guy, which is awesome. So I got about 500 rounds on it. So this is how dirty it is with 500 rounds. Not too bad. So I got 1 match and a bunch of drills on it. All right, so this is the gas regulator and piston inside of there that we need to remove, that you can actually remove with the handguard on, but I thought I'd disassemble it just to show you how simple it is to do. So there is the suppressed, and this is the wide open. I think we just go a little more than wide open. There we go. So that's the gas regulator. Pretty neat. And then piston is inside. So we got the cleaning rod from the X95. And to get the gas piston out of here, which again, you can do with the handguard on, I'm just doing this for illustrative purposes. You just slide that bad boy in there and push on the gas piston. Just like that. So this is what the gas piston looks like. Again, I think I got like 500 rounds on it, so could probably go quite a bit longer without cleaning, but I thought it would be good to take down. So this is what it looks like now. Spring in between there. This moves freely. Pretty cool little assembly here. So I guess let's look at that compared to the X95. I'll move the handguard out of the way. We'll get these 2 pieces out of the way. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of differences. So these 2 are from the Carmel, and this is the X95, of course, operating handle with the X95. I guess, like, you could say similar bolt and carrier. I mean, they are both piston systems. They all both have op rods and everything, but quite different, especially when you look at the lugs. So again, this is the Carmel on your left here. This is the X95. So you notice like there's 1, 2, 3, I guess that's a 4th lug with an extractor. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with an extractor. It does have 2 ejectors on both, which is kind of cool though. So yeah, completely different, not even close. Just set those aside for now, and I'll clean those later. Okay, so now we're gonna take the firing pin out. Boom. Not too bad. Got a lot of brass on there. Oh, there's just little flakes. Ah. Bolt guide pin. Apparently this is not a cam pin, it's bolt guide pin. And then here's our bolt. And look at that. Ah! Interesting. This is kind of familiar looking. It's interesting that that is just a, little plastic piece in here and not a spring like it is on the AR. It's interesting how everybody does similar things, just a little bit different. Firing pin in, bolt forward, there we go, and then retainer back in. There we go. All right, so that's ready to rock. Just need to lube this up before we toss it in here. All right, plenty of lube. Set that aside real quick. Now we're going to address the barrel, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a cleaning with some brake cleaner here, and then run my new snake through it, and then we'll follow up with oil. I'm gonna check inside the port real quick here. And not too bad, could use a little bit of a brushing. Just giving it a light coating of oil here because we are in Wyoming where it's super dry, won't be too bad. This is kind of interesting. Looks like something was definitely ground off there in the manufacturing process. Not sure what that was. And there's a little bit of gunk inside the upper receiver that we're going to clean out here. Not too much. Lastly, we're going to clean this gas piston. All right, so now that guy's clean too. And I guess we're not supposed to lube this because that is where all the carbon goes on the inside. So we'll just toss that back in there. And then we will toss the regulator back on. It only goes on one way. You can see the keyway on the bottom of the regulator. There's a keyway here. So it goes on like so, pushes on and pushes the spring out. And then you just have to twist it back. There we go. That is back in the correct position. I am going to lube the outside of that though, just so it looks nice. Oh, one thing I wanted to do real quick was compare the two barrels from the X95 and from the Carmel. In the video I did, which was like my first impressions, I said this is a pencil barrel and that they had trimmed it down from the original design. They did not trim it down. This is exactly how it was. And you can see it's very similar to what the X95 is. Although the X95 has like a step there, a step there, a step there, and then this is the same as this. So it is kind of interesting that it has so many darn steps on the barrel. And I guess I should have mentioned this is a 5.56 model, so that matters. But you'll notice it's like, that's about the same size, slightly smaller on the X95. Excuse me, slightly larger on the X95. Yeah, just ever so slightly larger on the X95. I thought that was pretty cool, so it kind of keeps in, they must have some sort of methodology for the barrel thickness and profile that they choose, and looks like they kept it here. But this is pretty cool, so it has a tapered from the chamber, and then a slight step down here, and then a slight step up for the gas piston system, and then constant all the way out. That's kind of cool. All right, so we're going to clean the bottom or the lower receiver out. There's just some gunk in there, some brass shavings. In fact, I'm just gonna spray that with air real quick. All right, bing, bang, boom. This is nice and clean. So we're just gonna put a couple little drops of oil on the springs here for operation, and then the same thing in the back. Work that in real quick. And we're gonna put one drop here and we're good to go. Oh, you know what? We're gonna need a drop over there too. That's interesting. Look at that. So that's the disconnector there. Reset. Look at that. And then that's what captures it for the reset. Then it comes back on there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, for several people who asked, not an AR trigger. So these two locator pins here is what you're going to align the receiver with. Boom, just like that. And then push in the retaining pin on the back. Good to go. So make sure the stock is folded out to the right. Pull that bad boy out again. Insert the whole bolt and operating rod system from the back. Shove that in there. Retaining pins in. Now we're good to go. We're going to make sure this functions real quick. So safe on, does not fire. Safe off, clear chamber, does fire. Rack it. There's the reset. Fire again. Perfect. Boom. Got that free float handguard back on there, and we're good to go. So that is the disassembly, cleaning, and assembly of the IWI Carmel. Now I did shoot this in a 3-gun match, which is the reason that I did want to clean it here to make sure that it's wearing in properly and all that stuff. It's a new gun, but you can watch the match footage in this video right here. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching.